All right, coming up, our branding expert, Mark Rudolph, asks what's holding up the impeachment of Joe Biden. He's going to lay out all of the evidence. Keep it right here. You're watching American Agenda.
House Oversight Chair Congressman James Comer, who has led multiple investigations into the Biden family, believes there is now enough evidence to move forward with an impeachment inquiry against President Biden, but caution must be taken to ensure it doesn't backfire. That's what our next guest believes. Comer needs to build up the courage at this point and move forward with it, given what we know.
Joining us now to discuss is branding advisor to CEOs and author of Intra-Branding, the Keystone of Corporate Agility, Mark Rudolph. Also with us, ambassador of America First Policy Institute, retired gunnery sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps and Newsmax contributor Jessie Jane Duff. Mark, I'll start off with you. Why is Comer being so cautious with so much kind of concrete information out there at this point?
Yeah, I wish you had shown my graphic from Twitter, because I had a huge pile of bricks saying this is the Biden corruption evidence, which Comer has unearthed. And despite being on Newsmax almost daily, describing all the evidence that he has unearthed, he's still cautious and scared, as the typical Republican is. He reminds me of the lion on The Wizard of Oz, who needs courage. And the reason is, as I said before, that most Republicans are married to liberal wives and they're scared to death of them. He says that, well, you know, the Republicans impeached Bill Clinton and that backfired. And then the Democrats impeached Trump twice and that backfired. Well, the Clinton impeachment was mostly about sex. At least that's the way America interpreted it. And half of Congress is unfaithful anyway, so that hit home. They didn't like it. Regarding the Trump impeachment, that was all bogus. Of course it backfired, because it was based on nothing. And Nancy Pelosi didn't even do an inquiry. She just rushed right to impeachment and went right there. She lost. There was no conviction. But in this case, Comer has the receipts. He has hard evidence, and he's still scared. And that's the Republican Party, and it is shameful. Okay. And the Republicans are not going to go anywhere if they don't man up and grow a pair.
Well, Jesse, one of the arguments that you're hearing, and I don't know because I'm not a whip in the House, is there aren't enough votes for him to proceed, or he wouldn't get enough votes if he needed them, and that would backfire on him. I don't know if you have insight into that. Your thoughts?
I don't know that Comer has the say in this. It's probably falling right back on Kevin McCarthy, and he has been slow walking this. So I expect now that Congress is going to be coming back in session. The American people are going to be calling those offices, particularly those that are advocating for Joe Biden's family to be held accountable for taking all of this money from foreign adversaries, particularly that while he was vice president. We've had the transactions. I remember being briefed by Comer's team. They had to go down to the Treasury Department because the Treasury Department did not want to be subpoenaed, and they said, you can come down here and look. They had to send their own forensics teams down there to look for all of these flagged banking transactions. They have found millions of dollars, 21 million, which happened while Joe Biden was vice president. So I'm not defending Comer, but I'm going to say this next week is going to be quite revealing to see if that Republican leadership is going to reach down and grab some and get some intestinal fortitude to man up and get this impeachment inquiry at least going. We're not talking about hearings. We're talking about an inquiry. Get the evidence out there so the American voter knows exactly what they're voting for or against.
You don't even have to man up. You can be woman up and still be strong. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Last word, Mark, real quick.
Well, Jessie Jane referred to McCarthy. He's been saying almost the same thing. We're thinking about it. We're contemplating it. We might do it. I mean, that's ridiculous. Again, they have the receipts. Over 170 suspicious activity reports from 6 banks. They have all the evidence they need. They just need a pair. They need to grow a pair. They need to they need to act, and they need to act now, because this guy's a criminal.
Okay, that's it, Mark. We're out of time. Thank you so much. Mark Rudolph, Jessie Jane Duff, thank you so much.